Hello everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to redo the Snow Flower Bracelet video. And I'm going to take it nice and slow for those who need a little more instruction for beginners. And yeah, so this is a video I'm going to do nice and slow, and hopefully it'll be more helpful. Okay, so let's get the materials list going. All we need is 3 or 4 millimeter rounds. I'm using pearls, and I'm using a 3-strand box clasp. Alright, I'm using a size 10 beading needle, and I've got probably a wingspan of Fireline to begin with. Alright, so everybody get your materials together, come back, and we'll get started. Alright, let's go ahead and put a stop bead on. And we'll leave about 6 to 8 inches to sew in. Alright, and let's pick up 4 pearls. Bring those down to the stop bead, and then we will come up from the stop bead through that last bead. I got 2 because I'm going to go back and reinforce. Reinforcing the beginning of our right ankle weave work is very important. And then one more. So we're straight across from that stop bead. Alright, pick up 3 more pearls. And our thread's coming out of that bead, that pearl directly across from the stop bead. And so we're just going to chase our thread through the opposite side of where your thread's coming out. Alright, and then we're going to needle through that bottom pearl, and then back to the pearl directly across from the stop bead. Alright, our bracelet, we're working on the width, so it's going to be 3 units wide. So let's go ahead and pick up 3 more pearls. Coming out the top of that bead, we're going to needle through the bottom, pull, then we're going to needle through that top pearl and down through the pearl. That's directly across from the stop bead. Now, normally, if we was doing regular right angle weave, we'd come down to this bottom bead and start building our units. But since it's diagonal right angle weave, we need to move our thread to the center bead, the bottom. So that's all I'm doing right now, is I'm maneuvering around the right angles to get to that bottom center bead. And I'm going through the top, and I'm going through down through the side, and I'm going to go over into that center bead. Alright, now we're going to pick up 3. We're building a new row. We're going to pick up 3 pearls, coming out on the right. I'm going to needle through the left side of that bead, and whichever way, if you was coming out of the left, you'd needle through the right. You're just going to go through the opposite side. Okay? And then we're going to come down through that side bead, because we can't go straight across, right? We always have to work in right angles. So come down through that side bead. Now we've got 2 beads. We only need 2 more to make our 4 bead unit. So we're picking up 2 pearls. We're going, well, let me pull these down. So, to make our unit, we've added these 2 beads to these 2. And so, when you bring them down, you kind of know that you've got to go up through that top hole. Alright? And pick it back up. Come down through the side hole. Through the bottom hole. And up through the right side pearl. And we're going to pick up 3 pearls. Needle through the opposite side of your thread and pull. This is diagonal raw, so we'll be working on diagonal. You can really start to see now. I love the way diagonal raw leaves. When it's finished, it'll be like this, and it's just rows of neatly arranged pearls. Gorgeous. Alright, so we're coming down that hole. Now, we need to work our way back to this center. Every time we start a new row, we're starting at that center bottom pearl. So we need to work our way back through. We'll come through this bottom pearl, up through the side, and this will connect. See how this is separate? Once we put this watch, it'll pull it. It'll pull it right in together. And then we'll come down through the left side. Of that center unit. And back through the left side of that bottom center pearl. And then we start the process again by picking up 3 pearls, coming out on the right, we'll needle through the left, bead of that 3 pearl row. We'll come down through the right side bead, and now we only have to pick up 2 pearls and come around and in through, in that the right side of that bead, down through the left side bead, through the bottom, and up through the right side. And now we'll pick up 3 more. So it's 3 the first time, 2 the second time, and 3 the third time. And we'll needle up through, or on the opposite side of where your thread's coming out. Now, that was the last unit we had to put on. So we will go through that, bead to the left, and that connects them, down through, that left side, and over from left to right through that center bottom bead. Because, you know, this is our row right here, these 3 beads. That's the ones we're working off of, because we're going on a diagonal. Every new row we add, we are adding to these, you know, the bottom 3 pearls. Let's do it again. Pick up 3 pearls, coming up the right side, we'll needle through the left side of that pearl, come down through the right side bead, we've already got 2 pearls, so we'll pick up 2 more, sorry about that, my battery died. So we started in the center, which put that even, right? So the reason it's diagonal is because, well, we'll see. So we have picked up 2 beads. We're going to come up and through this the second pearl down on your rows. Maybe that'll help you remember. Come down through the side, left side of that unit. Bottom bead of that unit, and up through the right side of that unit. And that's where you're going to add your final 3. And we'll needle up through the opposite side of that bead. And so we're coming up through that bead. We'll jump right into that bead to the left, which attaches it. You know, pulls it over closer to that row. And we'll jump down through the left bead of that unit. And to the right, through the left bead, out the right of that unit, and now, or that bead, and now you're ready to put on your next 1, 2, 3 units. Just do it one row, you know, one unit at a time, one row at a time, and eventually it'll be to the length you need it. Whatever size your wrist is, whatever size bracelet you wear, measure your clasp and subtract the length of that from the length of the bracelet you want, and that's how long you're going to, you know, make your beaded part of your bracelet. Alright, so I'm going to go back and watch this part of the video myself and see if there's anything I left out, anything else I need to tell you or show you to make it clear. Alright, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to do another row with you. So I picked up 3 pearls. Coming out the right side, I'm going to needle through the left side of that pearl. And then I'm going to come directly down through that right pearl. I'm going to pick up 2 pearls. I'm going to come up and around into that second pearl down. And then I'm going to come down the left side of that unit. I'm going to come through the bottom bead of that unit, and I'm going to go up through the right side of that unit. I'm going to pick up 3 more pearls. Coming out the top of that bead, I'm going to needle through the bottom. Alright, now this is what I wanted to show you. In the beginning, in the second row, I went around all these and ended up right at coming out the same bead before going to the left. Now, I mean, I've already did this in subsequent rows, but I'm just shooting over to the left. I'm not going around and then to the left. Alright, and that'll draw those beads in tighter. You know, it draws these together. And then come down the left bead of that center unit. And through that middle bead of that center unit. And that's all I wanted to make clear, is why in the second row I went, in the last unit I went around before coming back to the left and working my way around the middle unit. You know, I just wanted to let you know that you didn't have to do that, because when you put on the third row you end up in the exact right place to just come over, down, and through that middle bead. Alright, so make your bracelet to length, come back, and we'll put the clasp on. Alright, here we are. I thought I'd put white ends on. I'm kind of like getting in the holiday mood, the Christmas mood, so I thought that'd be pretty to put the last inch and a half or so with white pearls with the red. So we're coming out that middle bead. Pick up 3 pearls and go through the left side, go through the opposite side of that bead. And that's all you have to do to make your bracelet go straight across. And so we will come down the side bead of that unit, the right side. We will come, let's see, let's work our way. Let's say we want to be coming, I think, out of the inside. We can't just go here, because then we'll be coming out clear down here in the corner. So, and start over. So we'll come up this way. And then we'll come to this bead. And then we'll come down through this corner bead. Alright, to get ready to put on our clasp. And we're going to do our clasp just the same way. These holes, these loops on our clasp fit in the grooves of our bracelet. So we'll be coming out in between 2 beads, these first 2 beads, and we'll go up through that first loop of our clasp, come through that first loop, pick up one of your pearls and a 11/0 seed bead. I didn't mention it in the beginning of the video, but I am going to put materials list on the screen in the front or the first part of the video, and always look down in the description box in case I forget anything. It'll always be down there. Skip that 11/0, come down through that pearl. Okay, and pull, and you hold on to the pearl and pull it down tight to your make sure it's tight right above your the loops on your clasp, and then come down through that next pearl. and then come through that second loop on your clasp. Pick a pearl and a seed bead. That seed bead acts as a stopper. Skip the seed bead, go back down through that pearl, and I don't know, it might help to try to go through that next pearl. Keep everything tight. No, it really didn't work. There we go. Then come up through that third hole in your clasp. Pick up a pearl and a seed bead. Bring the pearl down. Skip the seed bead. Come down through that pearl. Try to hold it in place and pull. And then come down through that last pearl in the unit. Make sure everything's pulled down tight. These pearl, here is sitting on the loop of your clasp. There we go. And just work around your units to sew off. Go completely around that unit, because that acts as security. It really keeps your thread secure. Then you can go up and just move your thread around, going around a few different units. Just make sure you don't get caught up on your beads. Okay. Okay, and I think that's nice and secure. So then you can cut your thread. Cut your thread, do the other side. Make sure you maybe keep your clasp closed if you're using a box clasp, and just kind of sew it like this after you put your unit on here to make it straight. And then come back and we'll look at our bracelets.